Sophie Cunningham was quickly helped off the court on Sunday after what could be a knee injury, yet another piece of bad news for an Indiana Fever team struggling to stay competitive. The Fever have been plagued by injury issues all season, and now fans are getting frustrated. After injuries to both Ari McDonald, foot, and Sidney Colson, ankle, ended their seasons in the first half of the last game, guard Sophie Cunningham was shaking on her right knee in the opening of Friday night's matchup against the Connecticut Sun, per ESPN reporter Alexa Philippou. Bria Hartley of Connecticut apparently collided with Cunningham's knee, and Fever teammates quickly gathered around her to assist her off the court, Philippou said. Cunningham was later declared out for the rest of the game with Indiana down 48-29 at the break. This is terrible timing in more ways than one for the Fever. The Fever are currently ranked 7th in the WNBA, and with less than a month left in the regular season, every spot helps. The Pistons might be in big trouble and start to fall from playoff contention if Cunningham has to miss more than one game. Compounding that frustration is the fact that Cunningham turned 29 on Saturday, so this setback was particularly gut-wrenching. Star absences: the season has already been an arduous slog for the Fever, who have played most of 2025 without superstar Caitlin Clark due to a quad strain and a series of groin injuries. But it could be an even bigger development if accomplished third-year forward Natalie Akonwa and the franchise's first-ever #1 pick, Chiney Ogwumike, can play in September with former UConn star Breanna Stewart and the Seattle Storm head to Toronto for Game 1, though fellow top 5 picks Jewell Loyd, out indefinitely with a leg injury, and newcomer Jewell Loyd have yet to appear. Head coach Stephanie White said Sunday that she hopes Clark will be back before the end of the regular season, which could really change this team's prospects. But Clark is not the only possibility for adding to Indiana. After losing McDonald and Colson, Indiana acquired guards Odyssey Sims and Kyra Lambert to round out their roster. With Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard and Lexi Hull when healthy still a strong core for the Fever, Clark potentially rejoining them would make Indiana a very competitive starting lineup. Nonetheless, depth is still a significant issue. The team's bench may not be able to provide consistent production, especially with so many players sidelined by injury as we're heading into the final stretch of the regular season. If they make the playoffs, Fever fans may wish to keep an eye on the severity of Cunningham's knee injury and if Clark will return or not. Next, the Fever play a home-and-away series with Minnesota that opens at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on Friday. Injuries are piling up, and the pressure of the regular season is closing in with every game. Now the resilience of those few remaining starters, who are healthy enough to play, will be tested as Indiana looks to navigate through these and keep its postseason hopes alive. Even with the 2025 season largely a wash due to injuries, the Fever are optimistic that perhaps a late return of Clark and other key players, coupled with Cunningham showing off her newfound ability at the plate in games that don't mean anything for postseason positioning next week, could provide some hope for finishing strong. In consciousness though, the facts speak for themselves. Any chance this team has of making the postseason just got a hell lot harder. Every game counts from here on. Fever fans will be keeping an eye out for updates on Cunningham's health and hoping the team can close out on a high note as the regular season winds to a close. Indiana is still in decent position as far as seeding and success, but how they rebound from a season-altering tragedy and the off-season yet to be determined will define not only their season, but maybe even Indy's trajectory in the postseason.